The new Aryans in Vedas were still nomads at heart, although they conquered many beautiful cities. They wouldn't settle there. Today's story, the Vedic Age. The man said, "Let's live by the river instead." So they cleared forest near the river banks and formed little villages. So they settled down to be farmers in these gramas, as the villagers were called. A man said, "Every grama will have a headman, a gramani." Their houses were simple circular huts which attached roof over bamboo logs. People who were a little better off used wooden planks as roofs and unbaked bricks for walls. The people built fences of wood and bamboo around their village. A man said, "It will keep the wild animals away." As the number of people increased, so did the demand of fertile land. A man said, "Every inch of land has been cultivated." There were frequent fights for land. Group of villages started to join hands, and thus were born small cities or clans known as Viz. A group of clans made up a jana, ruled by the first king. The leader of the jana shall be the Vajrani. The whole group said. The king was assisted by a priest or a purohit, the commandant or senani, and the administration sabha and samiti. These buildings were now made of wood, and tall walls protected the city. The king said, "Our carpenters are the best." Every city had four quadrants formed by two main roads that intersected at the center. Each quadrant housed the citadel, the houses of the commoners, the merchants, and the tradesmen. The people were mainly occupied with animal rearing. A man said, "This is a good place for cattle to graze." Agriculture, weaving, metalwork, and carpentry. An excellent barter system existed. 1 sack of rice for 2 blankets. A man said, "Done." This one more man said. Soon, trade with foreign countries like West Asia and Egypt began. Coins were then introduced. They were called niska. "How many niska for that cloth?" a man asked. The Aryans worshipped nature, animals, trees, wind, sky, water. "Pray to Lord Surya for a good harvest this year," a woman said. They prayed to Vayu and Agni as well, the wind and fire gods. They started performing yagas or sacred fires and yajnas for sacrifices. This yaga will pacify the god of rain. A sage said, "Rituals were followed very strictly during this age. Animals were sacrificed every day to appease the gods. The priests or purohits became more important than ever, and no one could speak against them. The priest is very strict. The woman said, "Shh, he will hear you." A woman said, "Soon, since only the priest could perform these complicated rituals, they became the most powerful. The caste system was born. People were divided into different classes based on their occupation. Besides the priests, there were the kshatriyas or warriors. We shall protect the clan at all costs. There were the Vaishyas or the agriculturists. The workers were known as Shudras. The biggest contribution the Aryans made to make Indian religion was the Sanskrit language. The Vedas were composed into Sanskrit, forming the basis for Hindu religion. 4 sacred scriptures were created: the Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, and Atharva Veda. 2 of their greatest epics were composed at this time: the Mahabharata, written by Lord Ganesha, and the Ramayana. A Purohit said, "Beautiful." The king grew in power. By 500 BC, 16 kingdoms or Mahajanapadas came into existence. They stretched from modern-day Afghanistan to Bengal and Maharashtra. The Brahmins and Kshatriyas became the most important and richest classes. The other classes were degraded. Common people had no say in the ruling of the kingdom. A man said, "Those Shudras know nothing." So, this was the story of the Vedic Age.